I'm going to start everything out over, start new, start fresh. I won't have time in the afternoons to hang out with my friends anymore, at least for another month. I'm going to put in as much work. The website's going to be up and live at the end of this month. Everything's going to come into place. Everything's falling into place. I met some very highly intellectual people here at Teleperformance. People I never thought I'd meet in my life. I've met here. And it's official today. When I record, you're going to see how everybody's going to be looking fly for sure. But you're going to see the kind of people I'm talking about, man. You're going to meet these people. And I'm hoping it's going to inspire y'all and inspire me if I ever need to come back and see this video again. But this is just an update. It's the last time I'm going to make the mistakes. I'm going to get straight to the grind, man. I haven't been pushing as hard as I thought I should have been because I've been distracted and letting people distract me from what I need to do. So my website, I haven't put as much content on it as I would like to. I'm definitely going to put more on today. Yeah, it's going to get started and popping today. Thank you. Thank y'all for listening. And I'll see you later tonight.
Like-minded brothers together. We're talking about issues, you know. This man right here is frustrated with what he see out there, and he want to make a change. He's ready to start something new, like the white PR movement, you know. And as we try to talk about these issues and trying to deal with them, obviously we're going to need a vehicle that's going to have to solve these problems. That's going to have to, you know, shed light on some things and show people different things that they have never done. So what we talked about is everybody today is going to come together, talk about motivation, what gets you going, you know, things that you want to come up with and shed light on that could bring everybody together in terms of who you're trying to change or who you're trying to help out there. So myself, I brought up your why, you know, why do you want to do what you want to do? Why do you want to start the Enlightenment movement? You know, and consistency. You know, are you going to be as happy as you started today? Because today I know, to me, it's exciting. I mean, everybody here is very exciting. Are you going to be as excited later on as today? And consistency, being able to do it over and over and over again with the same enthusiasm, it's going to be key to success to the Enlightenment movement. So definitely, I'm going to shed some light on that. And anybody else got anything to brought out today? You can, you know, go in with the topic. We'll shed some light on it later. But
we can have a discussion.
Yeah, get into the Young Enlighteners movement. So, all right, guys. So, Young Enlighteners movement. Something, you know, I just thought of, and from the past year of just watching TV and seeing things on the news, like the basis of just police brutality, you know, all you see is the average situation. You just see a black male, black female harmed by a white police officer. Something in that nature, you know, you always see. And probably, I say, what, a month, 2 months ago, I think I had an idea. And I was like, you know, what if I created something, you know, we could at least try to find a common cause for the situation and see what we as people, you know, locally in, you know, Columbus, Ohio. Of course, we got to start somewhere. And, you know, that's when Young Enlighteners movement came to my idea. So Young Enlighteners movement, first thing, you know, what is a Young Enlightener? What I think a Young Enlightener is a young black activist, you know. We got young people around here, rarely young people that are really have knowledge on what's going on around them, you know, saying the news. Do they watch the news? Do they know what's going on in their local communities, things and stuff like that? And to me, I think not enough young people know about what's going on, you know, not aware about, you know, what's the big situation and, you know, what's on Facebook, what's on Instagram, you know, Snapchat, blah, 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 so on and so forth on these social medias. And I feel like if we can, you know, start by turning social media, you know, create something for the Young Enlighteners movement where young people can see, you know, because we know where they're at, they're on social media, but create a positive page on something like that, you know, create a Young Enlighteners Twitter, Young Enlighteners Facebook, all the popular social medias. And another thing I want to step on is number 2, you know, just spreading awareness about it. Stepping on into that, you know. Trying to spread the word, what Young Enlighteners is going to mean, what it can do for them as a person, you know, do they know who they are, you know, like he said, his why, you know, do you know why you're here? Just common life questions like that can, young enlighteners like us, you know, common people that have a common goal, and really that's my number 3, getting common minds together, starting a group and stating purposes that will speak on issues going on in America, specifically to young black adults. You know, let's spread the word, let's, you know, come together, let's find a common goal, the common why, and then as soon as we get enough people together, you know, I want to use the phrase, because I went to Afrocentric, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. Mm-hmm. And I see the child as the situation of police brutality and things like that. And as the village, meaning the young black people who can really in this generation change something like that, then I feel like we can find the cause for one and find a solution. Mm-hmm. So that's something I wanted to kind of get into with the Young Enlighteners movement, and going into what Reese was saying, capitalizing on that. He said, you know, and source of income has to come some way. You know, you have to start. You have to have money. Mm-hmm. You know, everything narrows down to money. You got to have some type of funding, something that's going to better the cause. So I feel like he introduced Bima to me. I said, okay, I could listen to it, see what it's about. He, you know, mentioned that they can help in is just like the, what is it called, the young. What's the
Young Professional Revolution?
The Young Professionals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like if a group was created like that and having a common goal of getting a group together and spreading some knowledge and things like that, then why the simple person as me, you know, innocent civilian couldn't do the same thing. So that's why I really want to see what being was about, you know, what's the offer, and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. So,
all right, there you have it, man. Wow. The man, the myth, the legend. He gave, you know, his introduction to how, you know, he wanted to start. And I feel like, you know, the man himself have explained what he wants to start, and we're definitely going to get this off the ground. I support you 100%. I feel like, you know, there needs to be some light shed on the issue. I believe in that, but also there needs to be, you know, capital. How you going to, you know, we're going to give these people some information as well. They're going to be like, well, we're enlightened now, so what? So we need to also teach them how to create wealth, you know. Teach them like how you're able to, you know, be your own entity, you know, create a business, start an organization, so you can help other people as well. You know, this opportunity, the reason why I like this, an enlightenment movement like this, when you bring people together, now it doesn't stop there. You're able to branch out and help other people in terms of health, you know, weight loss. You know, there's a lot of people. Raise your hand if you know a lot of people that want to either lose weight or gain weight. So we're going to help not only, you know, black, white, or blue, but we're helping everybody here. And also, I know you have a big issue about, you know, especially, you know, the young black adults, the young black males, and this is not a white, black, blue issue, but they're the one who needs it the most. So if we're going to branch out and say, hey, look, this is the information, this is how you can come up, it's up to you. What are you going to do with this information? You know, and a good majority out of that, I believe, is going to take this information, and you know, they're looking for it. This is what they're waiting for. So, Els, if you want to elaborate on this and what you're bringing to the table.
I think you should add in that there's an information limitation in the African American community. It's not just the cops. Granted, the cops are part of the problem. It's that African American youth does not know who they are. They do not know that they are family. They do not know that their lives matter and intertwine, and their money does not go from a black pocket to a black business.
It doesn't bounce a lot.
It doesn't bounce. It goes from the black man's check to his pocket to the other markets, to the white man, to the Jew. But once we figure out things like that, and once we enlighten people with this, then I think there's room for growth, and then you get financial stability, and then that's when you chase the money. That's what I think Young Enlighteners should be about. So we should like branch out more and talk about the issues with a little bit more strength, more aggression, passion. We should beat it into everyone's mind, I guess. But yeah, man, I support it.
Definitely. Mike, you want to add anything to it?
What are the main challenges or main problems that you see in our community that you guys want to do something about?
Like Els was saying,
I heard you mention, you know, obviously financial literacy, you know, poverty, you know, is a big driving, you know, force behind this movement, right?
Yeah.
You know, correcting it, right? Okay, so that I hear that clearly.
Right.
I hear that clearly. What are some other ones?
You know, you want to teach people how to create wealth, but, you know, they're not conditioned to create wealth. They're not, some people are not going to get it. They're not going to be there as somebody like you saw it, got it. Personal growth, you know, the information, shed light on what they don't know yet. And understand that they're not going to get it the first time. They might need second, third, fourth exposure, but it's going to be up to us. If you're starting an enlightenment movement, understand that you're going to have to be constantly, like I was talking about earlier, consistency. We have to be consistently, you know, look, let's lead by example. We're going to be consistently growing. So obviously, we're going to have to teach these people, like, look, it takes personal development to get from here to here. We're going to consistently be preaching that. Like, you need personal development before you get into that mindset, like, hey, I'm about to create massive wealth. I'm about to do this. I'm about to change. I'm about to do that. I'm about to do that. So they're not going to go from 0 to 100 overnight. Obviously, you know, personal growth matters, and that also has to be an issue that, you know, you shed lights on. You know, I seen the first interview you did. You know, hit the nail on the head. You felt this, you know, energy, this synergy. You felt this empowering, like, you know, because, you know, you were learning something from me, and I was learning something from you. We were exchanging information, and I believe this man right here, such a short period of time after what we talked about, he was able to learn so much from quotes that I started talking about, you know, some books that I referenced. I personally gave him a book, and he told me, man, look, this showed me so much in such a short period of time. So
Just the conversations
we have, and
just
what he was
overhearing what we were talking
exactly. So what he was able to learn, you know, now shifting his perspective. I mean, his perspective of what it is that he knew before and what it is that he knows now. So personal growth, there's some light that has to be shed on that. But also, you know, Mike talked about it, hit the nail on the head. You know, we want to change things financially. You know, we want to teach these people financial literacy. So
Yeah. I think that's a big, you know, big thing that we have to change. I read this in this book called The Science of Getting Rich. It totally shifted the way I looked at money, you know, because prior to me reading that book, I looked at money or the pursuit of money as maybe a bad thing. And I think that some people view it as a bad thing. And what he talked about in the book was that you getting rich is one of the most noblest things you could do for your community. Reason being is because we develop our potential by the use of things, whatever those things might be. It could be a vehicle, it could be a book, it could be a class, it could be food, right? But the use of things is what allows you to develop your potential. And what happens is when people don't have money, they can't buy things. They don't have access to the books. You know, they don't have access to the right people, right? Transportation. Like, you don't even, you might have a place that wants to teach you, but you don't even have a vehicle to get there because you lack finances. You see what I'm saying? And so we have to get rich. If we want to change this, if we want to break this and you know, really change the course of the direction of our generation, we have to get rich. We have to be the example.
It's in our best interest.
Absolutely.
definitely
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like that. That's insane. That's a profound thought right there.
Like we was talking about in the car, personal development, getting rich, right? Financial freedom. If you become rich, if you become personal growth, not only are you helping yourself, but who are you helping the most?
Helping those around you.
Yeah.
Your family.
Yeah.
If you become rich, that gets passed down. And guess what they're going to do? They don't want to do the same thing as you. They will start something different. You know what I'm saying? It goes on and on. So that's really significant in terms of we have to get rich. We have to be the example. We have to set the bar, the bar high for those people to see and be like, wow, that's definitely something. That's something that I personally am learning right now, to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? I could talk all day, but my actions, my results, my character, we have to get rich and show those people that you're about to lead, that you're about to be in front of. This is the Enlightenment movement. What is your results? Where are your results? What are you really about? What are you really contributing? Knowledge? Okay, we got it. Some people, you go to adversity. Now what? Where are the results? What have you actually, you know what I'm saying? So it's very significant that we get wealthy too. To me, I believe that it will boost this Enlightenment movement, and as well as any movement, really to a level where I believe you want to get to.
even our communities.
Even our communities.
Because the wealth gets distributed.
Everywhere. And then now you get it to bounce 1, 2, numerous times.
See, that's the thing about the Somali community. Somali community, by the way, I'm Somali if you guys didn't know. My people, I think it's because of their knowledge of themselves and their relativity. They know that they are family. So, and they have a common history. So they can refer back to a point which they can branch out and see who's family and not. And they have bloodlines. So they come here to America and they thrive. And it's a controlling experience. If you look at it, you'll see that going to a black community, you will not see the same level of trust that you see in the Somali community.
Agreed.
Is what you were talking about when we were at work. In the Somali community, the people trust each other. They have bloodlines and relatives. They have a religion. They have morals and ethics they maintain throughout the community. So what happens? Their money gets distributed. So there would be a Somali business here, and their money would exchange, and they would build off of each other. And that's how the Somali community in Columbus, Ohio, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, if you've been there, you will see that these people no longer live in the conditions that they do when they came here to America. They are thriving now. You will see them living in suburbia and wonder how are these immigrants here before people who had these opportunities when they were born. Definitely. So it's like the information needs to be there. That's what we need to educate. That is the number one investment that we can give to our give to our people.
And I have to play through personal growth. You want to get your hands on. You're going to get your hands on information. We're going to give the information. You get your hands on it. Apply it. How do we get to numerous people? How do we get these things? It's very, very significant what you talk about. Trust. We have to trust each other if we want to take this enlightenment movement to a place where, it's like a dream, right? It's like, whoa, look, we started this yesterday. Now look where it's at. Dude, this is crazy. Like, how did this get this big? We were just talking about this. You know what I'm saying? What you're talking about, trust, whatever, it's going to have to be a mixture of trust, capital, big time, and personal growth. Not only those people that are going to be enlightened, but ourselves as well, to take it to a level where it's going to be amazing.
So we have to develop ourselves also.
Absolutely.
In the process.
Absolutely. Just tap into a different mindset, like a mindset of abundance. Like, a lot of the challenges that we deal with is because we have this mindset of lack. Like, oh, there's not enough, so let me take from you. Let me, undermine your accomplishments. Let me, take from you. It's just like, I read this in that book. He talks about, you got to understand that there's abundance in the world. We've taken abundance from abundance, and abundance still remains. Think about that for a second. There's abundance in the earth. We've taken abundance from that, and abundance still remains. You see what I'm saying? So where do we come up with this mentality that, oh, there's not enough? You see what I'm saying? There's more than enough. There's more than enough. You could be a billionaire. You could be a billionaire. You could be. We all could be billionaires. But it starts here, though. It starts here, and that's what we have to work on changing. Is the mentality, but it starts with us. We've got to be the example. We got to be the example, and we can't worry about competing. That's one thing he talks about in the book. He said, "You'll never get rich competing with other people."
True.
Ever. It's not about competing. It's about creating. You see what I'm saying? It's about completing. You see what I'm saying? All of us bring something totally different to the table. But if we work together and we're in harmony and we're, in frequency with each other, now we can really work. You see what I'm saying? Because now we can pick up on Jelanie's strengths, on your strengths, on your strengths, on your strengths. You see what I'm saying? But if we're constantly competing with each other, I've got way too much pride to ask you, bro, what are you strong in? What department are you strong in? What are you good at? You see what I'm saying? And nothing gets done. Nothing gets done.
True.
And I don't get wealthy. You don't get wealthy. And because of that, we can't pass on any wealth to our children. And who knows, bruh? Like, the cure for AIDS could be in a little girl right now in the projects, but the world will never have it because she doesn't have the books. She doesn't have the resources to develop it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a lot deeper. It's a lot deeper than any of us really can imagine. You know what I'm saying? Your impact, I mean, like, the impact that I want to leave on the earth is, I want to leave an impact that, you know, I never even get a chance to see. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it starts with us. It starts with us. So I'm happy to be sitting down with y'all today and hearing this, man, because first off, I know it took courage, you know, to come together. I know it takes a lot of faith, you know, because if y'all like me, y'all probably have no idea how you're going to do it. You just know you will.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, I have no idea how I'm going to do
That's
this.
exactly what I was telling Dom. I'm like,
I just know I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
this right here is like I was telling him, we got momentum right now.
Yeah.
We got momentum right
Yeah.
now. And the number one thing you don't want to do is let that momentum die.
No,
You carry this momentum. You take it as far as you want to see it go.
exactly.
It came to your mind for a reason. Capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Exploit it.
Yeah.
Discover it. Go after it.
Yeah.
Who knows? This
Yeah.
is your dream.
Yeah.
Why not capture it?
Yeah.
Take it. Put it in the palm of your hands. Explore it.
Yeah.
It
And
does
you
not come
gotta-
by accident.
And you gotta continue to walk by faith.
Yeah.
Like, faith is you know, it's so crucial for success. Like, the more I read up on success and study it, like, the more I realize how important faith is. And, you know, faith is you believing in the unseen while working on the scene and trusting that God has already taken care of it behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's been my whole journey. You know, it's something that, you know, is in my mind, right? But I continue to work on what I have. You see what I'm saying? And I just trust that it's already done. It's already taken care of. So how can we come together, fellas? You guys, you know, have you seen what we're putting together with Vima? What do you bring me up on that?
We've seen a couple of videos.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's where I really come in. Like, I'm between everybody. I'm putting the website up. I'm getting people's videos out there. Me and him are going to be networking with people, throwing stuff up on Facebook and Twitter. He's probably be more good because, like I said, I'm not talented at talking. He is, and I was like, meeting him, I was like, oh, I need you to do the work for me. I'm gonna do the rest of the work for you. And then Dom got the ideas, so everybody just needs to link up. And then we need wisdom from you. We need the scientific aspect from Lee Band right here. Everybody needs to join up. And, you know, like I said, when we link and affiliate together, we'll make the world change.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We all know what it is that is our strength and what we are getting ready to do. Now, what is the game plan for this? And I want to get our flip book and show the game plan, what Mike has been working on, what I myself has been working on. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not at a profiting level right now, but I believe in work ethic. I believe that if you get up and do it, you're going to see the results. And you believe in that as well. You believe in that as well. He believes in that as well. He believes in that as well. We all believe it. So, Mike, do you have the flip book?
Absolutely.
I want to show you a game plan that would help